Hey ladies, welcome to Aries Ideas.
To keep it real, I'm not that friendly, I'm just charismatic. I used to think I needed him, but I was just distracted.
I'm back. I took a little break because I was taking that time to reflect on my purposes for this channel and what I really feel like I wanted to share with the world. And I was just feeling a lot of blocks of really speaking my voice and being myself, because it's not always easy when there's a camera in your face and you're in your room alone and you're talking about stuff. But that's exactly what I'm doing. So I had to take the time and really remind myself that it's okay to show up authentically. It's okay to put myself out there. And that what I have to say is helpful. And that is a big block that I had, was I don't know if this information is any use. And that I felt that I was repeating things from the entire self-development community because it feels so saturated. And one of the beliefs I had was what I was saying was like boring and that it wasn't helpful. But I needed to remind myself that just because I know something, or just because I have a certain level of knowledge, that is very normal in my mind. It's very normal in my life, but it might not be normal for other people. For example, people listening to me and seeking out new information. So I've decided to come back and to show up so that I can attract my people, attract my tribe, and who knows, maybe what I have to say just clicks for someone. And that's the best feeling, to be able to share something with someone and having them understand it, and therefore their life, their mindset, their opinion of themselves is even higher. So yeah, today I just did a little blackout chat with myself, which is my own creation. And basically it means I put myself in my room with the lights out and I don't have any distractions. All I have is a paper, like my journal, and a pen. Excuse me. And then I kind of asked myself a question, and tonight it was, what has allowed me, what has been the byproduct of connecting to my intuition? Because I really struggled with this for a long time when my anxiety was super high. And I see a lot of talk about intuition. Just trust your intuition. We're told this information as women all the time, to trust your intuition, trust your gut, but we're never told how, and we're never told why it's important to do that in the first place. It's just kind of this global thing that's just thrown out there. It's kind of like eat healthy or be fit. It's like, okay, but what does that mean? And most importantly, what does that mean for me, right? Because we go online, we go on YouTube, on TikTok, okay, maybe not TikTok, podcasts, to learn things so that we can help ourselves and so that we can feel better in just like our day-to-day, in just our life. We all want to benefit ourselves. And of course, I want to benefit myself too by connecting to my intuition. So here I am to tell you the 4 main takeaways that I can think of tonight, the 4 biggest byproducts of connecting to my intuition. And I feel them and I use them pretty much on a day-to-day, and I'm always practicing becoming better at this, because intuition is one of those things where you can fall out of it and you can fall into it again. It's not something that you just have and you keep it forever. If you don't consistently put effort into keeping it in your life. So just like going to the gym, you don't go to the gym for 2 months and then you stop and you keep all of that fitness that you worked on for those 2 months. You know, like you have to consistently do the things to continually use it to your advantage in your life. I'm gonna go over, it's actually like four how-tos on how to connect to your intuition at the end of this video. But firstly, I want to give you the juice, the tea on what you're gonna get out of it. Because we all want to get something. We all want, we only do like meditation and going to the gym, not because we genuinely like to do it, but we want the benefits that we get from it. So here are those benefits for you. Okay, so this was so interesting. I just noticed it today, and I was actually working when I came up with this video idea. I work at Starbucks. If you didn't know, I'm a barista, and in Starbucks, in customer service, you get creepy men. Okay, you get weirdos, but sometimes, and I hear my lip. Sometimes you meet a customer, an older gentleman, and you don't necessarily know them. You know, you don't know what kind of person they are, right? And this is where intuition comes in. When you connect to your intuition, you will start to feel a literal energetic repellent within your body with someone who is not on the same vibrational match with you, or who has negative or malicious intentions for you, okay? And your body, the more that you connect to your intuition, the more of a physical reaction you'll have. So I've done a lot of inner work on connecting to my intuition, and I continue to do that every day. But today I was on the register and this man comes up to me, and he comes up, you know, he's a regular, so I see him all the time. But immediately when he walks in the door, and he's never said anything weird. He's never, like, sure, some stares, but he hasn't said anything like that would be like other people could tell that he was being creepy. You know what I'm saying? And when he walks in this door, I get a automatic feeling in my gut. It's like a squench. That's like the best word, like a squish, a squench, where my gut goes like this. Like it drops down a little bit and it goes like this, almost like a little baby bear, like cowering, like backwards, like caving in like that. That is the feeling I had in my stomach, okay? Now, when he came up to the counter to order, I stepped back. Like, literally, I wasn't consciously trying to do it. I literally stepped back, and like my shoulders went down and my arms crossed my stomach. I did not have control over any of this. It was a subconscious action, a subconscious movement from my body telling me this is not safe. I do not feel safe right now. These signals, these cues are incredibly important to listen to because they will protect you from being involved in very scary scenarios. They will protect you from experiencing things that will cause you a lot of damage and will require you a lot of time to work through them. The best thing that you can do for yourself is do your absolute best not to get in these circumstances. This applies with a lot of things too, not just with creepy old men. It applies in friendships as well. Now, you might not get that stomach drop feeling. I find that is more in relation to people having negative intentions, like specifically men. That's what I'm mostly experiencing that specific like reaction towards. But with friendships, it can manifest as more of a unease or a confusion, or just kind of like a puzzle piece that doesn't really quite click. And with friendships, you're not meant to be friends with anybody. Not anybody. You're not meant to be friends with everybody. And that's something that I thought that I had to do, that like I had to get everyone to like me, and that if not everybody liked me, then that means I'm unlikable, which is just not true. It's just not true. But not everybody's gonna fuck with your energy. And honestly, if you've done a lot of work on yourself, if you are constantly striving to be a better person, you're up here energetically, your mindset is up here, and they are down here. The only way that you guys are going to be able to be friends, to enjoy company around each other, and just get each other is if you either go down or that person goes up. Never, ever, ever, ever bring yourself down to another person's level. That is a disservice to yourself. You are not allowed to do that. You are not allowed to do that. I don't give you permission to drop your vibrational frequency to, for example, get your crush to like you. Okay? It's not your task. You need to trust that people who are on the same frequency as you, the same mindset as you, they are desperately trying to find you, and they want you in their life. Okay? So that was the first one, is when you connect to your intuition, you will feel an energy repellent towards people that are not on your same frequency, your same vibration. Okay? That's number one. Number two, oh yeah, okay. I find that I'm able to decipher anxiety versus a gut feeling way easier. There is only one way that I've discovered to genuinely be able to decipher these two. And you need to like tell your nervous system to calm the fuck down. You need to not be so anxious about everything. And I used to be this way. I literally, every single thought in my mind, every single other thought in my mind was an anxious like thought. And when you are running on cortisol and you're running on that high and that like just like jittery sensation, just like that's how I can like show what I mean by what that energy looks like. You won't be able to tell the difference, and you're going to question every single time, is this a gut feeling? Is this my intuition? Or is this my anxiety? So when you are connected to your intuition, this problem way, way, way lessens. I'm not going to tell you it doesn't happen, because anxiety isn't something that you can get rid of entirely. It's a natural human experience, a natural human emotion. However, you can learn to manage it and bring it down real low. And the best thing about that is a lot of it is in your control. A lot of it has to do with your own mental discipline, your own self-soothing, and your own belief system that you build for yourself. So what else did I want to say on that? There was something that I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, I got it. Okay, so anxiety comes as a very loud voice, kind of like the devil on your shoulder, but all that it really wants to do is keep you safe and keep you protected, but it has a really fucked up way of going about it. And it comes up with a lot of fake scenarios that aren't actually real, just because it thinks that those things are going to kill you. So, for example, social anxiety. It believes that if you go out in public and, for example, like by yourself, like alone, that like you get freaked out feeling about that, it's because something in your body like just thinks that it's not safe to do that and that it could potentially lead to death, because we live for survival and reproduction. Those are like our innate to like must-haves as human, like as women specifically. Whereas your intuition and that gut feeling, it's a quiet knowing. Hold on, for the anxiety also, it's very much so like a what if, like what if this happens, what if that happens, and it's like this like that energy again, okay, versus your gut feeling is like a quiet knowing that you don't need to question. And if you're asking right now, well, what if it's not, or like what if it is quiet, but like what if that's the anxiety, you're not going to be able to decipher that until you are able to calm your nervous system and get to a place where you aren't so anxious on a day-to-day basis. Okay, this is a byproduct of connecting to your intuition, and an additional byproduct within that is your nervous system is regulated. And I will go into, I'm going to talk about that at the end, because that's like a super, super, super important part of this. But that was point 2 of the byproduct of connecting to your intuition, is you are going to be able to decipher that anxiety versus intuition much, much better. Okay. So point number 3, after connecting to my intuition, I was able to become more in tune with my body, my feelings, and my needs much more clearly. And this honestly kind of connects to the second point, and you get these like silent little nudges or silent little thoughts of what is best for you. And it's gonna be kind of like a calm voice in your head being like, oh, like I could really use like, this is so random, but I had it the other night, like I could really use a bell pepper right now. And that's good for my body. You have this feeling of having so much love and compassion and respect for yourself that you want to treat yourself well. Like you want to pour into yourself. You want to be healthy in the way that means healthy for you. I'm not talking about the social media healthy with eating chia seed pudding, yogurt bowls, and I don't know, vegan rice bowls for dinner. If that's not your healthy, that's not your healthy. And that's something that I was like, oh fuck, like I don't have to subscribe to this whole online healthy girl narrative, because without balance, without a little chocolate chip cookie sprinkled in there, it's not healthy, it's restrictive. So when I connected to my intuition, I have these silent nudges of, hey, like I think it would feel really good to go to the gym right now and hit some legs. And sometimes it's not that. Sometimes it's not going to the gym. Sometimes hey, like it would feel really good for my body to lay down and watch a Netflix show right now. And to listen to that is not unhealthy, because it is in balance and because it comes from a place of my body needing to rest, of my body needing to recuperate, and it makes me happy to have that time by myself and to enjoy a show that I love. Currently, it's Emily in Paris. I love that. It makes me want to learn French, and I'm like suddenly saying bonjour, like bonjour et merci, bientôt. You know, like I know French. But yeah, it's these like little silent nudges. And also, when you're going through your day, I experience like literally talking to myself like a baby. And I mention this to myself. I mentioned this in another video, but sometimes if I make a mistake or if I didn't do something that I wrote down on my to-do list, or I just told myself that I was gonna do that day, or even if I'm thinking about just like long-term plans for success and like my future, if those change, if I no longer want some things that I used to want, I don't automatically go to no, you're giving up. No, you need to work harder. No, Emma, get off your ass and go to the gym. It's no longer that internal narrative. Instead, it's just so much love, compassion, and forgiveness and acceptance of yourself. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. And I find that when you are kinder to yourself, you also tend to just naturally want to treat yourself better. I saw this comment, not comment. I saw this thing, okay? Someone said something, and it was something along the lines of, if you talked to a person the way that you talk to yourself, would they want to be your friend? If the answer is no, you got some internal dialogue work to do. And we always do. Everyone does. Even I still do. I still have like issues with that sometimes. You know, if I'm like really stressing out, or if I actually like fucked up and was a lazy ass on something, like there's a little bitchy Emma back there that's like, okay, pull it back. We need a reset, and we need to, you know, muster a little bit of discipline right now, right? That happens. But I'm just saying, a majority of the time, it comes from a place of acceptance and forgiveness and compassion for yourself, okay? When you start treating yourself and talking to yourself like a friend, you actually want to be friendly with yourself. You actually start to like yourself. If you're talking to yourself so negatively, why would you like that person? That literally doesn't make sense. So that's something that I have beef with the self-growth community with women, is just this narrative that you just love yourself, that to just love yourself, to just do more self-care, when we have to look deeper and we have to uproot how are we talking to ourselves, because that is the most important thing. When you talk to yourself nicer, you're going to start to adopt the actions of someone who loves themselves. And it works both ways. When you start doing the actions of someone who loves themselves, like taking care of your hygiene, taking care of what you're putting in your body, taking care of like releasing those physical hormones by going to the gym, going to Pilates, doing yoga, stretching, heck, going for like a fucking 5-minute walk, just something, anything to prove to your brain that you, at the bare minimum, deal with yourself at the bare minimum. Like you gotta do that. You really gotta do that if you want to start connecting to your intuition, because I promise you, it's much nicer living in this head now that I'm nicer to myself. It's way better. Just valuing that internal dialogue and really prioritizing it on your day-to-day and catching yourself. That's all it is. It's catching yourself in little moments, like, oh, okay, I'm not being very nice to myself. We're gonna flip that. I'm gonna hold some space. I'm gonna hold some compassion, and making the choice in the moment to be kind. This is gonna connect you to your body. It's gonna connect you to yourself more. It's gonna help you find yourself more. And that is what your intuition is all about, is connecting to your body, connecting to your truest self. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. So point number 4, a byproduct of connecting to your intuition is I'm able to tap into my soft femininity much more easily and naturally. And it allows me to not feel so guarded. Now, when you feel guarded going into particular places, I find that oftentimes I put up an internal shield, and this like shows up in my body language. Like I walk faster, my face kind of like, I'm not smiling. I might like either put my head up like really high to like show like don't fuck with me, or I might like kind of not look down. I might like not look up and make eye contact. And this always tends to happen around large groups of strangers that are men, specifically in the gym and walking around town by myself. And I think this is very interesting, but at the same time, I'm not surprised, just because it makes sense with my point number 1 of an energy repellent. Your body's naturally going to start to want to protect your energy because, excuse me, I had to burp, because you are connected to your body and you are actually starting to care about yourself. So you care about your safety now. When you are connected to your intuition, you start to care about yourself a lot. I care about my energy. I care about my peace above all else. If someone or an environment is disrupting that, it's a no. It's a no. And I do not give my energy to that person. I do not give that attention to my person. And I put up a wall, okay? I put up a wall. This has been able to go down more because I know it's okay to be soft, and I'm still safe when I am soft. You almost feel like you have this internal protection in you. And when you're connected to your intuition, you're connected to your body, and feminine energy is all about being connected to your body. Remember, the masculine is the head, and the feminine is the body, the heart, the soul. As my favorite YouTuber says, Alexis, self-development is just growth for the soul. It's inner work for the soul. So when you are connected to your intuition, you're able to drop that guard with people, and you're able to recognize that it is safe to be vulnerable with people, because you trust that most people have good intentions for you. And how do you know that? Goes right back to point number 1. You will be able to feel, because you're so connected to your body, because you're so connected to that soft femininity, you're able to feel when a situation is not safe, okay? You're able to feel that. And when you don't feel safe, what do? You remove yourself from that situation, or you find a way to move around that situation in a way that allows your guard to go down. So for example, going in the gym, I realized that it's okay to be in my femininity. It's okay to let down my literally internal guard, that I am safe. Okay. Now, if anything does happen, I will report if I feel uncomfortable, I will leave, or I report something that happens at the front desk. Personally, I'm a very confrontational person. So if I was in the pool, and there was I was with my best friend, and there was this guy, and he was just he was staring, and it was so obvious. So what did I do? I stared right back. I stared right back. And I didn't say it, but I was so damn close to saying, didn't your mom teach you it's not polite to stare at people? Goddamn, one of the regrets I have. I wish I would have said that. But that my dark feminine energy, my little bitchy side will come out. And I believe that I feel safe enough to do that because I trust that it's gonna be okay, that I trust myself, I trust that I will respond in the right situations. And a lot of intuition comes down to trust, okay? And that's what the inner dialogue is about, is literally in the moment reminding myself it is safe to relax. It is safe to relax. Literally repeat that to yourself, like it is safe right now to calm down. And that allows you to open up, to calm down, relax, fucking relax a little bit, you know, chill out. You don't need to feel so guarded. Because oftentimes we go through life way more guarded than we need to be. Because we're taught, it's drilled into our brains that the world is a dangerous place. That people are out to get you. That every man is out to get you, that all men are cheaters, that all men will do you dirty. And we're not gonna be oblivious to the fact that there are bad men out there and that there are bad people out there and that bad things happen. But you can't go through life, at least like calmly, having this belief that everyone's out to get you. It's good to be aware, and this is where intuition comes in. It's kind of like that boundary, because you could say, okay, well, how do I know? How do I know something like is off if this person is bad? Your intuition is like your sixth sense, and it's something that is so invaluable to women, like more so. Women have this ability stronger than men, in my opinion. It's just something that I've experienced. We just have this ability to connect to it. And it is a powerhouse. It is such an invaluable trait that you're able to connect to. Okay, it'll protect you, I promise. It'll make you feel protected too, which is way more important, right? Okay, so that was number 4. And now we're gonna talk about those 4 things I mentioned at the beginning of how did I connect to my intuition? How? Number 1, I started intentionally slowing down. And I mean slowing down my walk. Oh my God, that scared the shit out of me. I thought it was like a spider on my shoulder. That gave me chills. Fucking cat. Okay. I started intentionally slowing down my voice, the way I walk, the way that I complete tasks. And what this does is it gets you, it manually removes yourself from that fight or flight activity. Okay? This is something that's, again, drained. What am I saying? Drilled into us that we need to be like, go, move this, accomplish that, be successful, grind, you know? I'm already tired. Like, can we not? I don't want that. And you know what that does? Do you know what it does? It puts you in your masculine energy. It puts you in your head. It makes you go, logic. Logic is the only thing you can depend on. Logic is the only thing. Science is the only thing. Like, baby, please. You need to slow down. And what does this do? This connects you to your body. To your body, baby. It connects you to your intuition. The body and the intuition, they best friends, they boyfriend and girlfriend, you know, they're little toupees in a pod. Start slowing down. This is something that you just do in your day-to-day. Start slowing down your walk. You start speaking slower. When you're cleaning your room, you take your time. When you're washing your face, you're not going like, you're going like this. And you're imagining that you're pouring love into yourself. When you're showering, you're not going like, you know, you're going like this, and you're pouring the love, and you're being present with yourself. You feel me? You feel me? Yeah, you feel me. Okay. Number 2. We talked about this a lot, but it's worth mentioning again. It's to create an internal dialogue, but I want you to focus it mainly on trust and feeling safe, because that's what intuition, like that's what blocks intuition, is not feeling safe and not trusting. So when you're just going through your day, oh God, this pops in my head, but I'm gonna say it because it's such a good example. But if you're feeling constipated or something, literally tell yourself it's safe to relax, and it's safe to let go of, you know, I don't know why, but it works. I don't know why, but well, I actually do know why. When you're constipated and when like you literally can't fucking pee, your body's squunched up again, like energetically, and your body doesn't feel safe. So like, have you ever like had a moment where you're literally peeing and like something falls, like, I don't know, something outside the bathroom falls, and like you go like this and like you stop peeing like immediately. You're like, no, I can't, no. But when like that stops and your body literally relaxes, then you can continue, you know, doing your thing. So that's just one example. Another one is, let's see. Oh yeah, okay. This is something that I actually did when I was in high school, my old high school. When I was walking through the hallways, like I literally was so fucking self-aware of like every single person, and I was worried about how I was walking and how I was looking. If you experience that, if you have that like hyper awareness of your surroundings sometimes, remind yourself it is safe to be myself. It is safe to walk however I walk, and I'm okay, and everybody's focused on themselves. They literally don't have the time of day to even think about me. I need you to remind yourself, and what you will find is your body, your shoulders will like feel like a breath of fresh air, and you'll be able to calm down much quicker and much better. Let's think of another scenario. Let's see. Oh, okay. Sure. If you're talking to your crush, before you go into that conversation, you know, you can get that butterfly feeling, the nervousness, but that nervousness comes from fear of them not liking you. When in reality, if you're gonna get together with your crush, you gotta have your crush know who you are, and making sure that they're getting together with you and not this fake mask that you put on. So whenever you go up to talk to your crush and to hang out or whatever, you remind yourself it is safe to be myself, like authentically, and it is safe for me to show up and say what I genuinely want to say. And me being that way will always attract the right people. You wouldn't want to be with someone who doesn't actually like fuck with the vibes of who you genuinely are, because that's just going to destroy your self-worth. Always hang out with people who like you. If they don't like you, like, that's cool. You know, y'all aren't meant to be around each other, at least for that moment in time. Like, that's fine. We need to like get rid of that narrative that when people have a different opinion of you than you have of yourself, like when you have a high opinion of yourself, I mean, that does not mean anything about you. That means everything about them. Because for all you know, they could like actually really fuck with a person who likes to gossip and who likes to steal people's boyfriends. And that's just like a cue. That person's down here and you're up here, okay? We don't hang around the dusties, okay? No. All right. Oh yeah. Okay, so number 3, whenever I do meditations, and I've been getting into meditations a lot more, at least in the last like couple weeks, but I focus them mainly on my mind and my body connection. Excuse me. So this can look like a body scan. And by the way, for meditations, those like 10-minute meditations don't do shit. Like if you're actually gonna meditate, you gotta do it for like 20-30 minutes so you can actually get into that relaxed position. Because like, bitch, it takes me like 15-20 minutes to like calm down and like literally absorb the information. So a little side tip for you, like make your meditations a little bit longer. You know, set the time, like make the time. Come on now. So when you're focusing on the mind and body connection, this is so great for intuition, because what did I say? Intuition is all about being connected to your body, okay? Gonna drill that into you. It's all about being connected in your body. So when you're able to join the head and the body, this really helps with point number 2 of distinguishing between your anxiety and your gut feeling, because all of a sudden you're melding the two and you're making them one. You're not dividing them so much, because you can't like without the mind and the body together, they're like yin and yang. When you go to the gym, that's like, I guess, for your body, but it's also for your mind too. When you eat food, that goes into your body, but it helps your mind too. So when you connect them, really helps with that point number 2. Okay, and lastly, nervous system regulation. I'm gonna go over this really quickly because it's not that hard to understand. Okay, nervous system regulation is about getting together the most important basics that I know you've heard of, but you're probably not applying, because if you don't feel connected to your intuition, you're definitely not applying these things, okay? And that is to literally take something to take care of your physical health. And that needs to be like moving your body. It's an absolute necessity, 100% necessity. If I do not move my body, my mental health will go down a drain. And that's how it works for every human, okay? Be more conscious of what you're consuming and putting in your body. This does not mean restricting things. I believe in adding things to a meal, okay? So like, you don't need to take away your cream cheese bagel, just like add on some raspberries, okay? Or like cucumber or something like that. Drinking your water, obviously staying hydrated. You want glowy skin, you know, that's like a basic one. And then another one that I think is really important is your spiritual health, because intuition and spirituality or religion, you know, but choosing something, whether it be God, Buddha, universe, spirit guides, your higher self, I don't really care, just something bigger than yourself, and doing something every day to connect to that. One of my favorite things to like connect to, like the universe, because that's what I personally believe in. I'm a very spiritual person. I don't love to like sit in my room and talk, because that just doesn't feel good. So what I will do is I'll talk in my car. When I'm driving somewhere, I'll be like, what's up, bitch? Like, how's it been? Where's my man? Where's my man? Where's my love? Because I've been trying to manifest that for like a year, you know? I just revealed that, but it's fine. It's fine. Whatever. That's something that's really helped me, actually. And I like to call it journaling out loud, like talking out loud. It's It's like venting to the universe. It's the best. It is the best. Nervous system regulation also, I mentioned this earlier, but meditating. Don't roll your eyes. Or maybe roll your eyes, but do it anyways. When I tell you how much peace and internal like quietness it can give you, like, you either do it or you don't. But that is one of the biggest tools. And it doesn't have to be so boring. You know, like literally look up on, this is what I do. I look up on YouTube specifically what my body needs in this moment. Sometimes my meditation is like a hype affirmation rampage. And sometimes it's like a 30-minute success affirmations. It's whatever you feel that you need, that your body is craving in that moment in time, okay? And with meditation, if you're a little science girly and you like to like see the proof of something before you invest your time in it, girl, just Google it. I don't have an article for you right now. I'm not gonna do that. You can do it yourself. Google the benefits of meditation, but I think you already know. I think that you just need to like lay your ass down and do it. Because that's what I need to do. And yeah. Thanks so much for listening, especially if you got all the way through. It's nice to meet you. If you're new, welcome back. If you're back for more, I'll see you in the next episode. I don't know when that is because I just kind of like work on inspiration, because that's when the most helpful and free-flowing conversations go. But thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.